can't help it.
So we've got our guests in the background, and they were dancing along to the intro.
Yeah,
And,
they've made me like the intro more than I liked it before though now. But now I'm never going to be able to hear the intro without doing the accompanying dance moves.
I mean, the dance moves are great.
Yeah, the dance moves are great.
So here we are, episode 2 of Breathe. It's really hard for me not to do it quiet. Breathe off the mat.
Yeah, no, don't do it quiet. It sounds creepy.
I know, but I like it. So how have you been? How's your week been?
It's been a busy week.
Has it?
It has been a busy week, yeah. So this week I've taught my classes. We've done some filming for our online platform for Breathe. And I had my theory test this week as well. Yippee!
Which you nailed.
Which I passed. So yeah, busy week, and saw a physiotherapist. So yeah, loads of appointments this week.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. I packed it all in this week because nothing for the next 4 weeks now. So
Oh, and we made it a whole 2 minutes without mentioning COVID. Well done, Amy.
you have to bring it up. It's the times we live in.
Well, let's talk about your injury. What happened with that?
What happened with my injury? Oh, it was just an old dancey injury that I went to see a physiotherapist for, who basically told me, you have just really bad posture, and basically you've got really bendy lower back and a really stuck upper back. So you need to stop sticking your ass out and bending into your lower back.
Just
so,
all out of place, weren't you?
Yeah. But no, she's a really good physiotherapist. So I've done lots of exercises this week, and then I saw her again for a checkup, and she was like, "Yay! You don't sit like a 90-year-old man anymore." So
the day, literally after you came back from seeing her, you were just like, boom.
yeah, it was amazing. I had acupuncture for the first time as well. Oh, it was good. I liked acupuncture. It was really nice.
But it's needles.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like needles. Stop talking about needles because people might get freaked out. Antonia will definitely be getting freaked out.
What does it feel like?
Like someone's flicking you. That's it. That's all you feel.
But then I've got tattoos. I don't know what I'm...
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like needles being stuck in.
Yeah. But anyway, who do we have on the podcast this week?
What about me? What about my week?
I don't really care about your week. No, okay. What about your week?
Well, my week was busy as well because we were filming.
Yeah.
And I learned something this week.
What did you learn this week?
I learned to appreciate Pilates.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big revelation for me.
Yeah, so we've had one of our lovely instructors for the platform filming Pilates this week, and Jono realised the effort that Pilates took for the first time.
Yeah, because
I say you realise the effort, it was me doing it.
Yeah.
So I did like 3 Pilates classes so that the teacher wasn't just teaching to nothing, because if you're a teacher, you realise how disheartening that can be and just really how hard it is to engage. So I did 3 of the classes, and the next day was an absolute freaking wreck. And Jono just sat there going, yeah, it looks really difficult.
I'm definitely going to do the class. Totally.
Yeah,
totally going to do the class.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you know, my mum does Pilates. And I just thought it was something that when you got to a certain age, that's what you did. And you know, when we've had Pilates at Yogafit, I've always wanted to do one of Carrot's classes, but it never quite works out that I can get there to try it. And I actually got to witness one, and it was amazing. It was pretty special.
You witnessed quite a lot.
Yeah.
Well done, Carol.
Yeah.
Champion.
she's like a machine. It was just literally like one after the other after the other.
Yeah, no breaks. I don't need a break. Breaks are for the week.
No breaks, no tea, no nothing. Literally just came in, did it, left.
Off she trot, yeah.
Off she went. Absolutely amazing. So we've got our first guest this week. Yay! Our very, very good friends, family.
Our bestest friends.
Bestest of bestest.
Bestest buds.
I mean, obviously, other best friends that may be watching or listening. You know, we love you as well.
Yeah, we have a circle.
That's it. We have a cult.
Yeah.
So Ken and Antonia, founders of Yogafit.
Yep.
They've got that whole family business vibe going on over there, which is absolutely amazing. And obviously you went to uni with Antonia.
I did. Yeah, we both went to Kingston. Survived Kingston University.
And Ken appeared on the scene.
You met Ken first, didn't you?
I met Ken. I don't think I met Ken before Antonia met Ken, but...
No, but did you meet him at ministry?
I did.
Were you doing
I did,
ministry
yes.
of Sound?
Yeah. I think it might have been a Troy thing or something like... No, maybe not Troy, it was somebody else. But there was stuff, there was fitness involved.
But it was at a fitness thing?
Yeah, it was at a fitness thing, yeah. And then, you know, beautiful relationships happened. Yeah, Ken and Antonia got married. That was magical.
And then they moved to Ibiza and lived in Ibiza, and we were really sad.
That was a very sad time, yeah.
Yeah, and then they moved back to the UK and we've hardly fucking seen them.
Yeah, actually, we saw you more in Ibiza. How strange is that?
Yeah.
I mean, they've moved to the north, so, you know, you just think, oh my God, that's a long drive.
It's not even the north. It's not.
Is the north.
They live in Telford, I guess, don't they?
Yeah.
Telford, yeah. It's not the north.
Anyway.
More north than London.
So we're going to bring them on now, and we're going to have a chat with them, hopefully, if this works, you know, first interview.
And their dog buddy.
So let's have a go. Hey, guys.
Oh, it's
Hello.
It's so weird that you're on the screen above our heads.
So I feel like we've got nothing to say now because you just told our life story.
You covered us pretty well.
You're done. That's it. You can have a cup of tea now.
See you, great papa.
How are you both?
Really good.
You're really good.
Well, I'm not gonna mention the C word.
Okay.
But you know, as good as you can be in these times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh well.
I miss you guys.
I know, we miss you too.
And we
This
miss
is really
Yogafit.
sad that how we have to organise our friend catch-ups through the podcast we're now making.
I know, it's really bad.
Can't see you in real
Used to be
life,
like
but this
Zoom.
is work.
Yeah. Used to be like Zoom quizzes, but now just doing a podcast. It's
Yeah,
brilliant.
now we just work
yeah.
all the time, and that's what we do.
That is what we do.
That's what we do.
So,
No yoga fits this year.
yeah.
No yoga fits. No live yoga fits. We've done a couple of online
We have.
ones where the teachers have all got together and offered their classes to lots of lovely people.
And they've gone
So,
really well, yeah,
that's-
the online retreats.
Yeah. I think as well or better than we hoped maybe in some cases.
Yeah.
Really well. It's just keeping that community going, I think. So
Yeah.
That's it. And
which is good, and hopefully next year we'll be back seeing everyone, maybe
so.
giving hugs. Who knows?
God, can
Who
you
knows what next year
imagine?
happens.
A hug.
oh my goodness.
No.
What's a hug?
It is a hug.
I feel like it's
feeling
going to
after
be
it,
like
though.
one big yoga fit loving. Like everyone's going to be in the tent just in a hug for like
Yeah.
7 days.
There won't be any classes.
No classes.
Just
Yeah.
hugging.
Just hugging.
Yeah.
Just hugging, that's it. So we kind of at the beginning of our last podcast talked about how we got into the fitness industry and what we both do. So we'll ask you the same question. How did you get into the fitness? Or I call it fitness. Maybe we should slash it and make it wellness as well. So fitness and wellness industry.
The healthy industry.
The health
I don't know,
industry.
Antonia, you take this because I fell into it.
Well, I danced throughout my childhood, and then went on to do it at uni as well. And then after uni, I'd never really been into the gym and working out. Like working out for me was just going to a dance class. But a friend of mine said, "Come with me. There's this dance class. We just finished uni, we just graduated." And she was like, "There's this Zumba class." And I was like, "What is that?" She went, "It's a dance fitness class." And I was a bit like, "Oh, I don't know. It sounds a bit not really up my street. I'd prefer to do an actual dance class rather than a dance fitness class." Anyway, she dragged me along, and then that was it. I was hooked.
Yeah, that was
and then
Jess, wasn't it?
The whole summer I pretty much went. And then my friend who dragged me along, Jess, she never came with me again to one of the classes. But it was the opposite to me. I just loved it, and it was so fun. And I actually really enjoy sweating. Unlike maybe a lot of people, I actually quite enjoy sweating. I always feel like I've done myself some good when I've got a good sweat on. And I just did Zumba classes for a whole summer. That's where I met Lindsay, who is taking the class, and Lindsay happens to be my sister-in-law because I married her brother. Hi, Ken.
Hello. But Lindsay's also the other part of Yoga Fit as well. I mean, we started Yoga Fit together.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
It's probably truly a family industry.
But yeah, and then I then did my Zumba qualification or whatever it's called, license. I don't know what it is, Zumba something. And then a few years down the line to that, I started doing doing yoga after spending a lot of time on Instagram looking at people doing awesome Instagram poses, and then seeing like, oh, I only started yoga when I was 27, and I was like, oh my god, you're balancing on your little finger, that's amazing, and you're only 32, that's great. So I was about 26 when I started doing a little bit of yoga online, mainly online classes, because the yoga classes where I lived were a little bit more expensive and I couldn't really afford them.
Yeah.
So I was just doing them online for a while, and then it just kind of grew from there. And then like a year or so later, I did a yoga course and then was able to teach in that as well. So that was kind of where I kind of fell into it in a way, I guess, through dance.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Well, something you love. I mean, it comes from a passion. And I guess when you dance as well, that's also the wellness and healthy industry. It's activity, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's being active.
So all of us fell into it.
Yeah, well, I fell into it because of Antonia. As I mentioned last week when we did the other podcast, that I started yoga because Antonia started a yoga challenge, and she was like, come in the picture, it'll be really cute. And at the time we also had a dog, so we were like, great, like 2 girls and a dog, it'll be amazing. And we did it, and I did none of the practices. Like, you're meant to do the practice and then do the pose, and I did none of the practices and just jumped in for all the pictures. And then Antonia was like, you should do some yoga, and then I started doing yoga, and then me and Antonia ended up training together.
Yes, you did.
Well, I think it gets a bit of stick sometimes, social media, with like amazing yoga pictures, with an amazing backdrop, and someone with an amazing figure and amazing hair and amazing skin doing some awesome yoga pose. And it's like, well, that's not what all yoga's about, and blah blah blah. But actually, I know so many people who have come to it through seeing those beautiful pictures, and kind of doing it through, I suppose, a kind of shallow way, like wanting to recreate that in some way, but then finding so much more from it through then practicing and kind of living yoga.
Yeah, I know so many people that practice yoga now pretty much purely because of Instagram. So I think, I think there is a lot of discussion about, the yoga on Instagram and how it's represented. But in all honesty, I think it's a very fine line, because it's very, very tricky to show something that is rooted in a physical discipline in any other way than on a picture on Instagram. I think it is part of the practice, and I don't think it's necessarily lesser than the other parts of the practice. So I don't personally see anything wrong with a nice picture on a beach or in front of a sunset, because it attracts people to it. So I don't think it's a bad thing. But yeah, that's definitely how I got into it, because I followed Antonia through an Instagram challenge. And then Ken, how did you get into the fitness and wellness industry, Kenneth?
Fitness wellness industry. Fitness and wellness, I've always been active.
Yeah.
Fitness wellness industry. So before running the retreats, I used to work in film and television, mainly television, I guess. Doing, filming videos, whatnot. And my sister was a Zumba instructor and wanted me to film her dancing around in front of the camera. So I did that, and then it got loads of views, and loads of people were like, wow, yeah, this is cool. And then we did more and got lots more views. And so it kind of became a thing of me being involved in my sister's life and business, and like just helping her out and do things and being around it, and then going to events and whatnot. And when we're at these events, we're like, oh, we could do this. We could run these. We could, that this is something we could do, and like got to meet people, and it was fun. It was, it seemed like a fun thing to be doing. So that's what we did.
And is that how you kind of started Yogafit? Is that where it kind of came about, like being at events and things like that, and seeing or being exposed to it?
Yeah. So I find it funny because I don't think Lindsay's still not been on a retreat, has she? No, not a proper retreat. She's not paid to go on a retreat.
Oh yeah.
So none of us, so the three of us, run Yogafit retreats, inverted commas, have never been on a retreat.
I love
So
that.
we've done, we know the things that we like, and other people kind of like it, hopefully, and that's where it comes from. Really, it was just like whether it's an event or it's a retreat, I don't know, because it is a retreat because it offers everything that a retreat offers, but it offers more as well, I guess.
Yeah, so maybe tell people what Yogafit is. If people are like, well, I don't know what Yogafit is. What is Yogafit? Like, what? It's really hard to sum it up, I think. But
I can
it's
when
kind of a
people ask me
wellness
about it,
festival.
yeah,
It's kind of a wellness festival, I guess. It's because it's not quite a festival, but it has that festival vibe.
Yeah,
I
I think so.
Where we're in a nice hotel and not in a campsite, but it's everything or to everyone, I guess, or tries to be. I guess we've described it in when we've been talking about it before as the McDonald's of retreats, because it's accessible.
Yeah.
We wanted it to be accessible to everyone. So the price point was the main thing. We wanted to make it as affordable as we could. So we were bartering.
Open the doors to more people who maybe can't afford
Yeah,
to
definitely.
spend a couple of grand to go to a 5 or 6 day retreat on some beautiful islands, and not everyone is able to do that. So it's a retreat where you can go if you're a student. You can probably afford it if you're a student, even if you can come for just 3 nights, or whether you can come for the whole 7 days that we spend there. So I think that's one of the things as well, is you can either come for 3 or 4 or 5 nights, or you can come for the whole 7 nights. You can do as many classes as you like. You're not set to a timetable so much, because we have so many different classes running kind of every hour. So I think there's 40 or 50 classes a day that you can choose from, which is an insane amount of classes. And so you can really tailor your own retreat. You can do sunrise yoga every morning if you wanted, or if you prefer to start your 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock morning with some fitness, you could instead. Or maybe one of the days, if you're staying for the whole 7 days, maybe you just wanted to retreat by the pool for a little bit, or take yourself off on a walk. Or there's some people who will literally go 7 o'clock fitness, 9 o'clock yoga, maybe I'll stop for some breakfast, then maybe I'll do a dance class, and then maybe I'll go to a talk. And actually, you can really choose what you want to do, and I think that's sort of the beauty of it. You are able to do what you want, when you want, and really make the retreat your own and personal to you.
Yeah, and I think that's why it's so different to other retreats or wellness festivals, whatever you want to call it, but because it is so accessible and because it's tailored by you. So, and I think it really encourages mixing with people that you might not mix with. Do you know what I mean? If you decide to go to a dance class, and you don't normally go to a dance class at home, but you go to a dance class and you meet people in that class, and then you'll chat to those people and, what class are you going to next? And, I'm going to this one, I'm going to this one. And there is, I don't know what the figures are, but I know there's a massive amount of people that come to the retreat that are on their own, aren't they? That have, don't have anyone with them. They've not booked with a group. They've not brought a partner or a friend. They've just come on their own. And it's just it sounds so freaking cheesy, but it has a massive kind of family vibe, and people make friends. And I say that, and it sounds like we're going off to brownies camp or something, but people do, because I have friends that work that aren't instructors, that have come from people I've met at Yogafit. And I know there's Yogafit groups, and people get together each year and do stuff together, and go for meals and coffees and things like that back home together.
It's really beautiful, the friendships that have been made.
Really I think it's really different. I don't think you'd find that on another retreat.
I mean, I've never been to a retreat, but there's just something about Yogafit. It feels... It's big, but it feels small.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a sort of corporate machine or anything like that. Everyone's greeted personally, normally by Ken. That's like
where's Ken?
400 guests, and Ken tries to say hello to every single one of them, which, I just don't think you would get anywhere else. And it's just, everyone just feels so safe, so comfortable to just do stuff, You can dance around and, normally at home you'd be like, oh my goodness, I feel like an idiot here. I'm waving my arms and legs around. Or, when you do laughing yoga was something that Lindsay dragged me along to. And at first I thought, oh my goodness, we're lying in a pile of people here laughing. This is so strange. But when you're there and you're at Yogafit, you're like, actually, wow, this is amazing. I was so glad I did that. That always sticks in my mind.
And I think that's different as well, is that in other retreats, you tend to either have one style of yoga or you have a couple of different styles. Whereas, we've had people, we've had bricklayers come to Yogafit and only have ever done HIIT classes to then do chakra meditations and just a whole
Sound
host,
baths.
sound baths and stuff that they're like, oh, I've not done this before, but I'll give it a go. So I think it just...
But then the other way as well, you have people who only really done yoga who then go and do Tabata on the beach or something, or go and do a dance class on the main stage or whatever. And I really love that. I love the fact that you can take, you can have a 25-year-old who'll take their 50-year-old mum, and they can have a whole day barely seeing each other, because one of them will be doing yoga and fitness and the other one might be doing talks in the dance class, and so they're on the same retreat but they're having completely different experience. It's so beautiful, but you can really just do your own thing. I love that about it.
And it's trying something new as well. I guess we that's what we try and encourage, and trying something new, because it just broadens horizons, doesn't it? And, things. And that's why we try and
to do.
And that's why we have different people coming along. That's why they might do anti-gravity yoga or something different. Dancing on the beach with the drums,
the pool ones,
or the pool, or the float fit.
Oh, it's so much fun. I love float fit. And I think it is like you said. There's no. It's not like. I know we call it, I know you guys have called it Yogafit, but it's not like yoga is the star and everything is a supporting role. This is just everything that is on offer. And there really is no kind of snobbery around any of it. And I think maybe it's where maybe we live in London, and there is definitely a distinct attitude to yoga as a practice, and then Zumba and dance and Tabata or things like that, and people look at it and it's not a serious thing, and actually, I mean, does the frick it matter? As long as you're having fun, you're kind of challenging yourself, and it's something different. It really doesn't. We put yoga on a pedestal, and obviously I love it, I teach it, but it's not the only discipline out there. There's so many other options.
I think every class allows you to be in the moment. Allows you to, if you're doing a Zumba class, you're doing a Zumba class. You're not thinking about what you have to do or what you haven't done or whatever it is.
So true.
And whatever I think, and that's a big part of yoga, it is being able to be present. So I think there's a lot to be said about all forms of fitness, whether it be playing football with your mates, or whether it be
going to take you out of your daily life.
Absolutely.
So I think there's, and we don't really have that many games activities. We don't have football. We have tennis at the retreat, but
and we play games.
But there's not that much of that. But I think that's something I'd like to introduce a bit more of, mainly because I enjoy it.
Team rounders.
Team rounders.
Oh, yes. Rounders on the beach.
Beach cricket.
Beach cricket. That would be amazing. Really fun.
And we do play games because we have the art of play.
The art of play.
Art of play, we do.
Probably
There's
my favourite class.
Some of my best memories from Yogafit are from the art of play.
I've never ate so much in my life.
Yeah, I know. It's great.
Mainly my face, just from laughing so much. Oh, it's so much fun.
It's the best class. Arnie.
Brilliant.
Inside reference, basically. We're making fun of people that English isn't their first language and can't say words.
That's quite true.
I
Very
think
true.
I think he was putting it on.
Arnie wouldn't mind. Arnie would agree. So obviously you are, you know, the heads of this huge company, and I say huge, you know, it's not corporate in its approach.
Yeah.
You know, hey, no one's done anything this year. But I know, Antonia, you have definitely kind of got a personal practice in terms of yoga, even if it isn't, you know, the same time every day, and it might not be for the same duration. Have you kept that throughout lockdown and things like that? Are you still practicing?
Yeah, I am. It was really good at the start of the first lockdown. How many we can have? But back in the end of March, or the beginning of April, I can't remember. But I did online retreat. So actually, tennis has done a retreat now because I've been online one. And that was with a friend of ours called Georgie and Alex, Alex Fitness Mama, who comes to that retreat, who's amazing. And they did a whole program, and that was great because then I was practicing and also doing like the talks and stuff, and that was really nice during those like first weeks during lockdown, because I was able to sort of get away, I suppose. But then, I've definitely kept up doing yoga during the week, maybe not every day. And I was also meditating like every day for like 2 months, which was amazing. And that hasn't kept up so much. I think because I started teaching in the morning, I've sort of drifted away from doing my morning meditation practice. And for some reason, I can't seem to meditate when it's not in the morning. I don't know why, I really struggle. But yoga practice, I've obviously been doing a Miss Amy Lou's yoga on a Monday morning. And then one of my favourite teachers, who's not Amy, is a lady.
I beg your pardon.
Right, that's it. Turn them off.
Oh my God, turn it off. Yeah, switch it off.
Somebody else.
Podcast has ended. A lady called Sarah Beth Yoga, and I first started doing her classes. Well, she was probably one of the first teachers I had. But she was online, but now she's got an app as well. Sarah Beth Yoga. How many times could I say her name? Plug. She's amazing. I love her. But she does like 20 and 30-minute practices as well, which for me, personally, I really like if it's not a live class, because my attention span's a little bit stupid, a bit short rather than not stupid, a little bit short. So I quite like, 30 or 40-minute practices with her a few times a week as well. So
Wow, that's
and then
2 podcasts in a row that she's been mentioned.
Yeah, we've mentioned Sarah Beth last podcast as well.
We'll have to get her on.
Oh, really?
You have to tag Sarah Beth in this,
She's amazing. I really like her because I found with like a few other teachers on YouTube, sometimes it would be too hard. Basically, I like it kind of easy. No, she doesn't put herself into like ridiculous positions that I'd probably never be able to do. And she just seems really down to earth and accessible. Yeah. Like, she doesn't make it too hard. It's still challenging, but it's not like, and now we're going to do a pincher or let's balance on our hands for 40 seconds. Like, that's not going to happen. She's a bit more gentle, and I quite like that about her. She's unassuming.
And do you find it makes a difference as well for your attitude day to day if you do get a practice in, if you do get a meditation in, if you have moved around?
Yes, I am way more productive if I am active. Even if it's not yoga, even if I do one of Alex's body combat classes, I feel then I'm way more on it in the day. Sorry, probably shouldn't click. That probably makes it all like the sound go weird or something. I don't know. Okay. Otherwise, I just get up in the morning and then potter around, and all of a sudden it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Especially during lockdown or tier 1, 2, 3. They didn't really exist. Lockdown. And then it's more of a struggle to sort of stay on top of stuff. Whereas if I actually get up and do stuff, then do something active, whether it's yoga or fitness or even dance.
Yeah.
So it's quite, I don't know what to say now.
And I find it massively
You
helps me focus.
You like being active.
I like being active.
I like being
Yeah.
active. Yeah, and I find it helps me focus. Like if I've done something in the morning, if I've been active, it doesn't even really matter for how long for, but if I've kind of intentionally moved my body, then for the rest of the day, my focus is a lot better and I'm much less likely to be distracted by things that really don't need my attention, like at all.
I think it's sometimes.
And also, sometimes I have this. Oh, sorry. I also have this thing sometimes where if I don't do exercise and I wanted to, if I woke up that morning going, oh, I want to do this today, but then I don't do it, by the afternoon I'm like, oh, I should do it. Oh, but I haven't done it. But I should do it. And then I just get kind of annoyed with myself because then I know I won't do it. If it's past like 9 o'clock in the morning, probably it's not going to get done.
Yeah, and I think it's a bit like hitting the reset button as well. So because you tend to escape a bit if you're doing fitness or something like that. You're not really thinking about the worries of the day or the problems of the day. You're just there. You're in the moment. You're doing your thing, and I think that's really, really important, especially now.
You get up at stupid o'clock
in
the morning.
I know, but I get up at stupid o'clock in the morning, but I'm not doing a yoga practice. Sometimes, but I'm not going to lie. The majority of the time at the minute, I'm sitting on TikTok.
Yeah.
You know?
Jono is a big TikTok fan now.
But one of my resolutions is to get out of that and actually do something productive with my morning rather than just sitting on the sofa and watching TikTok.
Yeah, at 5 in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, just get up at 5. I'm an early bird,
To be on TikTok.
I know, it's crazy to me as well, but I just do it. I know, it's baffling.
That makes no sense. And what about you, Kenneth? Antonia's looking at him like...
I'm not saying anything. I'm wondering what you're going to say.
No, so I haven't been practicing yoga. I haven't been as active as I normally would be.
Yeah.
Because as I said, I normally play team games. I play cricket, I play football, I play tennis.
Yeah.
So that's kind of gone the bye-bye. And I've done quite a few body combat classes with Antonia, but not as a routine.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of my daily routine is all over the place, really, if I'm honest.
But you guys do go out with the dogs and the cat.
And the cat.
That's
every day.
Every day we take the dogs out, which is, we are there. We're in the moment. We're playing with the dogs. We're outside. We're taking on a walk. So we're getting that from it. I guess it's not quite the same as doing a class.
But it's like a non-negotiable that is part of your day, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's really something special about having dogs.
He knows you're talking about him.
Yeah.
And Cat, Boo likes to come with us.
Yeah, Boo.
And the cat.
Boo and
Yeah.
So there is a daily routine. Normally about this time, actually, we'd be outside now.
Yeah.
But we took them on a walk this morning. Well, Antonia took them on a walk this morning. She'd like to point out. I did take them on a walk yesterday.
I love that.
Oh, I love it.
So, it's something that I want to work on, actually, is getting a better routine in place.
Yeah.
And getting a bit more active routine in place as well for me.
I just think it helps to have a bit of a structure. I feel a lot better when I have a structure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Antonia's like me. Antonia's like a list writer.
Yeah.
She definitely
love
is.
a list.
Yeah. We've even got the same list diary.
I like the idea of a list.
No, I love a list. I absolutely love a list. I put everything on the list because then when I tick it off, it just gives me like a massive sense of achievement. And it could just be the most ridiculous thing, like take the washing out of the washing machine.
Oh, you can't put that on the list.
Yeah, no, that's on the list.
Yeah, like doing the washing is 3 whole ticks. It's like put the washing in. Take the washing out of the machine.
That's
put the washing away.
Yeah, it's great. Empty the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it makes you feel like...
my list.
No, I'm with you on the list, Antonia.
Because on my list it was like brush teeth.
Yeah, no.
Have a shower.
For me personally, that's taking things a step too far.
But I had it in an order of what I could do. It worked for me.
She had loads of tips. I was like, but they're just things. What, it's not a list.
You just like conned yourself into being productive.
Today.
I've done 16 things. Each one was a brush of my hair. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all for the list.
I'm going to mention COVID again. Sorry.
Okay. I feel like we should have trigger warning.
Sorry. Well, I just think that wellness and the situation we're in go hand in hand.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you'd found that a lot of people have reached out to you in this difficult time that we're all facing, just craving sort of the yoga fit vibe or the classes or the connection and, all that kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, a lot of people, a lot of emails, a lot of people wanting to speak. I think as much as anything, I called quite a lot, as many as I could, people back on the phone regarding the retreats and refunds and whatnot, and everyone had time to chat and
people are going through some really tough times and things. So.
Really tough times. It's kind of it brings you down to earth, doesn't it, when other people are going through
and that's the thing, is that we're all going through it, but I think everyone's having such a different experience of everything.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's why looking after yourself is important.
It is.
That's what we're trying to promote.
Yeah, absolutely. And which is the premise of Breathe, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The next venture, which is starting, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
Which we've done filming for this week, and
it'll
be really cool.
I'm very, very excited, I have to say.
I'm excited now.
And it's nice as well, because all of our teachers, all of our instructors that we've filmed this week have been really excited about it and been like, oh, can we post like the behind the scenes pictures on Instagram and things like that, which is really nice. We're very, very excited about it. I'm really excited to launch it.
It's going to be grand.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And obviously the instructors that we've got in there are from like local areas from each of us, but also we have instructors that, again, we've met at Yogafit. And I think that's just another kind of community meshing together with another community, which is really nice. So we've got some really fantastic instructors that we met through the retreats that are going to be teaching for us on the platform as well.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's going to be really good.
Lots of filming this week, which has been really fun. We need to put a bloopers reel out as well, because Jono's filmed some excellent bloopers from all of the teachers. One of my favourite is shit bones rather than sit bones. That's been said multiple times this week. Lots of fucks, which is great. I really enjoy those.
Yeah.
Or Carol just laughing because she can touch her toes.
Oh yeah, Carol got really excited because she left Jono a voice note because it was like the 6th class that she'd filmed, and she was doing like Pilates roll downs from standing, and she was laughing every time she got down because she was like, I can freaking touch the ground. She was like, this never happens. And on the film, Jono is gonna, I don't even want Jono to edit it out because it's too funny. Every time she gets down to the ground, she does a little it's the best thing ever.
It's important to have those little achievements in life.
She was really excited. She was like, I'm so flexible. I've never been this flexible in my entire life. That's what like filming 6 classes back to back does for you, Carol.
Yeah. I wonder how she felt the next morning.
She was so tired. And Amanda messaged me and she was like, I slept like 16 hours. I was like,
they work so hard. Yeah. We just sit at the back with our feet up for most of it. I'm sitting there reading a book.
I'm doing half the classes. Jono is not.
I am not. I'm going to do them after the fact. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
We'll do them when they're online.
Well, yeah, we've got to give it a go. Make sure it all works. You know.
Yeah.
So let's talk social media.
Oh.
So you're the faces, or you're two of the 3 faces of this big fitness brand. Do you feel under pressure to post certain things on your Instagrams or socials to fit in with this sort of
look at Antonia's face.
fitness and well-being?
Well, I feel pressure now to actually post on there.
Oh, I haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, it's really hard to around the retreat. I've always found it quite easy, because you're building something up, building a bit of excitement, and then during the retreat you've got loads of content, and then after it there's this kind of like period where it's, you know, you're still kind of high off the retreat, and then we have obviously like 6 months before the next retreat, and so then there's like a very obvious plateau where it's really hard.
From like a logistical point of view, you guys don't plan and release content like that's organized, do you? So you kind of you release content in the moment, you know, when you've had something to say.
We do.
Yeah.
We have had plans.
Yeah.
We've gone through schedules and, you know, planned out kind of what kind of stuff we should do relative to what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
Kind of reactive to what's happening, and not so much at the moment. I mean, obviously there's one topic which everyone can talk about at the moment, but which
Christmas.
Or Halloween.
That one.
Halloween hats that are just hanging next to us off camera, but Halloween decorations up in the house. I am. It's something that we just take as we go now. Until we know where we are, I think, and we probably will set a schedule again. I mean, we and Lindsay just run the
30 days of positivity.
Yeah, almost the 31 days of positivity. It was just there wasn't enough days in September. Gosh darn it. So we, you know, every now and then we have like a theme or something we're doing, but it tends to be just whatever's going on for us, really. Whatever's in our minds, whatever we think.
I don't think we ever feel any stress about what we're posting, though. I think
it's because I mean,
comes from us, I suppose. So
because we're all quite easygoing in that sense of the bit. Well, I definitely am very easygoing in the sense of the business wise of it. Yeah. So,
but on your personal accounts as well, do you feel that you need to create this image?
Be someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my personal account is pretty much me.
Yeah.
I would say out of literally all Instagrams, Antonia's Instagram is the most Antonia.
I never really, I mean, for a while when I was doing, obviously when I was first doing yoga, I was doing these yoga challenges, and I really enjoyed those.
Yeah.
I quite liked making the shapes and editing the photo to make it look cool or whatever. But mostly, I just sort of, if I like a photo, it's going on there, whether it's got some quote or text or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll just be a picture with just because I like it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I need to
write a caption.
Be
someone
or inspire anybody in any way. It's just.
I think that's because what people see,
I guess.
What people see at the retreat or whatever is who we are.
Yeah.
It's not like a show we put on for anyone. It's just you know, I might be chaotic running around looking for batteries. It's just
every day.
I am in that moment. That's who I am.
Yeah.
It's not like and the same with social media. It's just you get what you see, really. I know probably try and mainly post positive stuff.
Yeah.
In the 10, but that's just because that's
who you are.
What we want to put out into the world. Well, most days, maybe.
Yeah.
But that's the energy that we want to put out.
Yeah.
Which is why we're all in this business, I guess. So I guess it is just who we are.
Yeah. It's interesting actually because
like Jono, I've got a couple of different accounts now because we do different things.
Jono's got like 17.
Jono has like 10 accounts.
It's ridiculous.
Johnny can't decide who he is.
No.
Like, Jono, which one can I unfollow you on? I have to follow you on all of them because some of them are totally inactive.
I just like Instagram.
Yeah.
And I forget my passwords. That's the real problem.
I was going to say, did you just forget your password and go,
I just create a new one.
Oh, for God's sake. It's ridiculous.
I'm terrible, I know.
Yeah, it's terrible.
How is the plot going?
Oh, we were there today actually.
No way.
So what did we do today? We grew a cauliflower, didn't we?
Yeah.
Which was quite amazing. And
Jono was very excited about the cauliflower.
I was. They're surprisingly hard to grow. So I've heard. I mean, I just put the seed and off it went.
Yeah.
I'll have to send you this recipe for sweet and sour cauliflower that I found. It's really good.
Oh, yes.
We had it the other day, remember?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah.
I think the allotment plays a very important part in our wellness.
Yeah.
Certainly mine. I mean, I'll just sit there for hours and do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when we were in, I'm going to say the C word, but when we're in the situation
Lockdown.
in April, or like March and April, like right at the beginning, it really helped to get out of.
Yeah.
I mean, we live like you guys have been to our flat. We live in a tiny flat.
Yeah.
So it was really nice to get out of the flat and be out in the fresh air and be in the sun and just have something to focus on. It's something that's really, you think of it as really kind of mundane. It's very like, you know, digging up and weeding and all of that kind of stuff just seems like a very boring thing to do. But actually it's quite meditative. So like Jono absolutely hates it. But
I don't hate
I
it.
really like weeding. Because I think as well it's kind of like cleaning and I really enjoy cleaning. But I really like weeding because I like the repetitive nature and the satisfaction afterwards of when you've done everything. You don't really have that.
It's cathartic, isn't it?
But I just love being there.
Yeah,
You know,
you just like being
I will just sit there in silence. I'll listen to the birds and just be with me. I think it's, you know.
Being in nature.
Yeah, I don't think about anything. I just sit there and just listen. Close my eyes. Might have a little nap. And
definitely
it's
napped
just
on the plot before.
yeah, well, yeah, it's nice. You know, it's a good time for me to just be with myself.
Yeah. But you're quite happy with your own.
Every
company.
time I'm weeding, I'm thinking it's amazing how life just is. Like it grows. It's so like it fights little plants like
and kills everything
really
you want to
like
try and
spread
grow.
their roots and like don't want them to, but they just keep coming back and they it's amazing.
Buggers, aren't
No,
Resilient.
definitely.
they? I hate the weeds.
Yeah. Do you guys get out in your garden much? You've got a nice garden, haven't you?
You know, little garden. I haven't done much with it. I did more with the one in Ibiza, or we tried to do more with the one in Ibiza.
I've
got more house plants and
I've got some more. I've got some pot plants, but it's kind of cold and raining all the time at the moment. It was fine in summer, like you know, I was make it look a bit nicer, but at the moment, I don't want to be weeding in the rain.
No.
Doesn't fill me with joy.
Just mow the grass.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel
Mow
good.
the grass.
No,
It's
rain. Ugh.
we live in quite, like where we are now at the moment. There's a lot of countryside around us, so we just get out to nature through that. I think if we'd use the garden a lot more if we were in a more built-up area.
Yeah.
But did you do a lot in the summer though? Because I was doing yoga out there and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it was nice when you can just step out in the morning and
But even
leave the
now,
door open all day.
I think we'd use the garden now if we couldn't get out and do the dog walk.
Oh yeah.
Well, guys, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us, dude.
Yeah,
Thanks for asking us.
It was really nice
really
to chat
fun.
to you
Nice to
guys.
catch up. Yeah.
Not that we haven't spoke already today and like yesterday and the day before that.
I mean, we do speak every day, but
But formally on video.
on video, yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. It was
You
good.
guys are really good.
Thanks.
Yeah. It's
We're
cool.
doing all right.
Well done, guys.
And just to put it
Probably
in
right.
there for people booking Yogafit, they should be going to yogafitretreats.com to book Yogafit. And they should be going to listen out for Breathe. We'll be on social media soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
You'll see Breathe soon. We'll get promoting Breathe soon.
yeah.
And
or just listen to
you
this
won't
podcast.
be able to miss
you know?
it, guys.
Yeah, listen
yeah.
to the podcast and then we'll tell you when it's out.
Yeah, exactly.
Done.
Simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yogafitretreats.com if you want to come to a retreat, but don't book yet because who knows what's going to happen with COVID. Don't book. Please don't book.
When you can, come to Yogafit
Go outside.
because it's awesome.
Don't go outside. Don't go outside. Stay inside. But, go to school. Don't go to school.
No, don't.
Don't go to school. Don't go to school.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, who knows?
I feel Boris's pain.
Yeah.
I don't.
No, I don't either.
Well, that's it.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The picture's mirrored, so I'm just like waving all over the place.
Yeah. See you soon.
Love you. Bye.
Love you guys. See you later. Bye.
And that's it.
Yeah.
End of our little chit chat with Ken and Antonia.
So that's episode 2 in the bag.
Episode 2 in the bag. Whoopah, well done.
What was the whoopah?
It was just like, whoopah.
Oh no, Chandler from Friends.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Hope you join us for episode 3, where we're going to have somebody else on.
Yeah. So hopefully lovely Gemma from the yoga bar. We'll be chatting to her. She is a studio owner in Twickenham in our local area. So we'll be having a chat to her.
And she's not a barista, which was what was going through my head.
She's also a barrister.
She's a barrister, not a barista, a barrister.
Yeah, different thing.
So we'll have an interesting chat with her because, she's still very much in a high pressure world and also enjoys the nicer things in life like yoga.
Yeah.
So that's going to be good. So join us then. Obviously, like, subscribe, listen to us on all of your favourite podcasting, Spotify, Apple, all of that jazz. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Bye.
Is this going to play? Oh, yeah, it is. Bye.